Hey everyone, so this is going to be my very first rapid review and the product is Garnier's Miracle Skin Perfector, otherwise known as the Garnier BB Cream. So I'm going to pop in a before and after set here so you can have a look and see. Now its claims are that it's going to instantly perfect your skin by evening your complexion, reducing sunspots and imperfections, boosting your healthy glow, 24-hour tinted hydration, and UV protection of SPF 15. There are also some claims on the back of the box which I'm going to pop down in the info bar below in case you're interested. Now moving on to the product itself. Price wise, at $10 to $15 it is fairly reasonably priced and fairly reasonably easy to find. So that's a good thing. Now the packaging, there really is nothing wrong with the packaging, it's functional, it works fine. Colour range is disappointing at best. There are only two colours in Australia, light and medium, and light isn't very light at all. So that is light on the back of my hand, and as you can see it's kind of dark and kind of yellow. So I was a little worried at first, but after applying it to my face and blending it out, it still was workable. It just ended up being about a shade or just over a shade too dark for me in natural light. It didn't look ridiculous though, so I could still get away with wearing it. Now moving on to coverage. Now coverage is very light coverage. It is not going to cover your imperfections like blemishes, sunspots, freckles or pimples. So don't expect miracles from this Miracle Skin Perfector because it's simply not going to deliver. It is very light coverage and I found that it slightly reduced my redness and did slightly even up my skin tone. It did make it look healthy and glowy and dewy, but it didn't cover my imperfections. It feels a little heavy but not unpleasant. It's just very thick and very different to a standard tinted moisturizer or foundation. How long did it last? So the first day I applied it, I didn't set it with anything, and after an hour or so my skin looked healthy, glowy, dewy, and that was fine. A little bit longer though and it was an oily mess and kind of sliding down my face, particularly in this section here. And with me having dry to combination dry skin, it was unusual that something would get that oily on my face. The next day I set it with powder and it was a completely different story. It stayed where it was meant to stay, it looked healthy and glowy and dewy, and it didn't go anywhere. So I would definitely recommend to set it with some form of powder, otherwise it can become a little too glowy and dewy and shiny. If you do have normal or combination oily skin, I would definitely recommend trying it out before you buy the full size, because having dry skin myself, it still managed to get oily. So definitely do try it and definitely set it with some form of a powder. Now would I recommend the product? I still probably would recommend the product. It was quite pleasant to use, but don't expect miracles. Don't expect a full coverage. It can replace a tinted moisturizer, but it's not going to replace your concealer and full coverage foundation. If you just want something to grab before heading out to shops to do groceries or picking up the kids from school, this is fine. It will give you slightly even coverage and SPF, which is a plus. I still will recommend it, but overall I'd probably only give the product about 6 to a 6.5 out of 10. It didn't really meet up to my expectations and I may repurchase it, but in place of a tinted moisturizer and not in place of a foundation. I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you've got any questions, please leave them below and I'll catch you soon. Bye!